They say good things come to those who wait. I've been patiently waiting, anticipating it's showtime. Now, welcome to the show. It's showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. What's happening? Huh, 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 huh. It's hump day. Hump day, hump day. Hump day. Can I get a humpity hump day? We got to get over the hump today. So, in order to get over the hump today, I figure I'm going to give you something that you need to hear. So, check this out. This is a form of literature that I've read back in the days. And I didn't fully understand what this means until like now. Okay, so here we go. So this is 2 Corinthians 4:8, right? So it says, we are pressed in every way, hedged in, but not crushed, perplexed, unsure of finding a way out, but not driven to despair, hunted down and persecuted, but not deserted, to stand alone, struck down, but not destroyed. Booyah, right? So you think about that, right? And it's just like, well, what does that mean? You're hard pressed, but you're not crushed. You're struck down, but you're not destroyed. That's where we need to be. And I'm going to tell you why. The key thing is being uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is like, it's the worst feeling in the world. It's just, you feel like you don't belong. And we as humans, we're communal. So it's like we need each other, even though we can't stand each other. And so in those times, that's when you really find yourself. So I'm finna expose myself for you. So I done showed you my fire. Let me show you where that fire came from. So about years ago, I started doing comedy. The first time I did comedy was 2004. That was the first time I stood on stage and did like stand-up comedy. I was in a comedy competition, came in third place. And if you know me, you know I don't like coming in second. I don't like coming in third. I just don't like that shit. Like, that kind of makes me, it makes you aggressive. Like, yeah, that irritates my soul. So as I started to get more into comedy, I would do shows 7 minutes, do pretty good, do 3 minutes, do decent. Then I started having really good shows. I'm like, wow, this is dope. This is really good. So one day I got a call from my cousin who was like, hey, you do comedy? I'm like, yeah, of course. She was like, this is the perfect time for me to see you. I actually want to pay you. I'm like, whoa, you want to pay me? That's cool. She was like, yeah, I'll pay you $250. $250? Hell yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, hell yeah. I'm going to say, yeah, okay. So she said, I asked her, well, how much time do you need? How much time do I get? She said, can you do an hour? I said, an hour? No, I ain't never did no hour. She said, okay, 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, I've done 10. I've done 15. I've never done no 30-minute special. I said, all right, fine. I got it. What's up? I said, when is it? Tomorrow. Oh, when? Tomorrow. So I was like, let me call you back. I was like, I got to get my shit together, right? So I was like, you can't turn down $250. A part of you is like, I'm not ready. I can't. Go get the money. Go get the money. So of course, I stayed up all last night. I'm all that night. I barely slept. Woke up the next day, practicing, going through it, all that. The day I get there, pull up at nighttime, damn near having a panic attack. Heart is racing. Don't really believe, but I'm like, you know what? We finna go for it. The determination. That's one thing about me. If I commit to something, whether if I believe or not, that determination, we finna stand in there. We finna fade. We finna see what we finna come up to. We either gonna. So finally, I get on stage. When I tell you, It was the most trashiest show I've ever done in my life. Being on stage for 30 minutes was like I was being held hostage at gunpoint. I felt embarrassed. I mean, like, every comedian goes through this. This is a part of the process, but it wasn't supposed to happen to me. And I remember in the middle of my jokes, people just interrupt me like, that shit ain't funny. And I mean, it was like a 50th birthday. And I mean, it was just downright just, I hated the feeling. So after the show, I still stuck around, talked to some people, laughed it off, blah, blah, blah. My cousin gave me the money and I got the fuck up out of there immediately, like fast. And today's message, I got to 5 minutes and finally about to get to it, is you're going to get your ass whooped. I mean, it's just, sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to get your ass whooped so bad, it's embarrassing. I mean, after that moment, I didn't even want to do comedy no more. Like, seriously, I was like, fuck this. This ain't for me. Like, I don't never want to feel that feeling alone. See, one thing, if you up there doing music mess up whatever, you mess up whatever. But when you up there on comedy and people ain't laughing, oh my God, it's like you have leprosy. That's why I say comedians are some of the most unique individuals ever, because they put it all on the line. I wanted to quit. Fuck that. I'm out of here. So here's the thing about getting your ass whooped. Getting your ass whooped is not a bad thing. It's part of the process. But don't get a residual ass whooping. What I mean from that was that one loss wind up being a couple of years of losses. Because once I had that bad show, I didn't want to do it no more. I went into hiding. I mean, when I seen my people, I still smile, joke, act like everything is cool, but I forgot how to like tie my shoes damn near. My anxiety was overwhelming me. I started blowing up like a new hip hop artist. 350, 375, getting big. Just felt like shit, man. Like felt like shit. My man extremities was not working for like 2 years. I literally wanted to blow my damn brains out. So what a person does, or what I did, is instead of pouring back into my dream, I started pouring into other people. I started giving myself away to other people because I felt like I wasn't worthy, because I was a failure. I felt like, fuck it, why am I even here? I didn't even want to live. I remember going to the doctors, talking about my lower extremities, and the doctor is like, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm like, it is something wrong with me. It's not working. He's like, it's all in your mind. I'm like, how you gonna tell me it's all in your mind? He tells me it happens to everybody. I'm like, nigga, you 60. I'm 27. What are you talking about? Like, I felt like nobody understood me. Nobody gave a damn. Nobody even really knew that I am not myself. I am not okay. Like, it could have been any given second where I could have easily just took my life. I thought about it. I damn near meditated on it. So one ass whooping turned into a residual ass whooping. And of course, I started to work myself out of that. But it wasn't until last year where I had no choice, where I was really hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, struck down, but not abandoned. I had to move in the front. My grandma got this duplex, so I moved in the front by myself. It wasn't supposed to be like that, but I was by myself. And on a part-time income, I made about $600 a month. Unemployment had not kicked in yet. And I was just like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this. I might as well just move back in this room right here that I'm in right now instead of being over there. I don't think I can handle it. So with no furniture, sleeping on hardwood floors, no furnitures, crying, waking up in anxiety attacks. God, how am I gonna do this? I'm about to disappoint my grandma again, like all these different things like running through your head, like, fuck it, just fuck it. But it was like, for me, I was just like, you know what? my mind was like, no, you gotta face the thing that beats you. Like you can't keep ducking him. Debo is coming for you. Hide your chain. So it became a situation where, because I was hard pressed on every side, because I was struck down but not destroyed, but I wasn't dead. I had no other choice but to say, I'm finna call on Debo. Oh yeah, Debo. I want that fade. I want that head up. I want that mano to mano. So I challenged myself with all of it sounds stupid. I said, I ain't got no money. I got to do an hour special. I got to do an hour comedy special. Something inside of me was like, you got to do this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that shit, man. I'm already at the bottom. So it's like, if you already at the bottom, then let's go there. You ain't got nothing. It's go time. It's time to fade up. So in 2.5 months, I put on an hour stand-up comedy show, but it wasn't just a normal hour stand-up comedy show. I made people come to Compton, the hub city, the city that everybody run to. I had my backyard pretty packed, and we put on a whole show. And I can tell you from experience, I didn't have no tables and chairs. I didn't have no DJ. I didn't have nothing. So what I did was I started speaking everything into existence. I'm gonna have the greatest show ever. My comedy is gonna be dope. I'm gonna make everybody feel comfortable. I'm going to have me a DJ. The next day, a friend that I haven't talked to in a minute, Cameron, pulled up on me. What's up, Cam? So Cam was like, how's it going? And I started talking to him, and he's like, come roll with me. So we in the car, and I told him my vision and what I wanted to do, and he was like, well, I understand you ain't got nothing, but you have a DJ. So he was like, guess where we're going? I'm like, where we going? We went to Guitar Center, and he wound up being my DJ. The next thing you know, I wind up getting some free tables and chairs. Everything that I spoke into existence started to happen. So the only thing that I needed to do was to perform this show. But when the show started, I had some performers before me. Everybody was amazing. Everybody was amazing. And now was your time. It was your time to face this demon. See, it's show time. But I started to believe that I was no time Watkins. And right before I got on stage, I had a huge panic attack. Oh my God, I had a huge panic attack. And the only thing that got me straight was the day before, I was listening to AM 710, and they were talking about Kobe Bryant. And I'm going to go buy the straps my suspenders that I was going to, overalls that I was going to wear for the show. And they were talking about how Kobe, before a big game, he would listen to the Halloween theme, boom, and he said it would transform him. So right before I get on stage, I'm having a panic attack. I can't breathe, and all of a sudden I start hearing that doom, and all of a sudden my spirit was like, they're here. They're here for you. You got 50 to 70 people here to see you. They ready to see you shine. You ain't got no time to think about what you ain't great. Go out there and fade. Ladies and gentlemen, I came out here. I did not do an hour. I did 35 minutes. But it was great. It was great. It was great for somebody who had 2.5 months to write a whole hour special. The only reason why I didn't do a full hour, I was out of breath. I didn't understand that you have to be on shape. You have to be in shape to be on stage for a damn hour. You have to be on. And guess what? It was great. I faced my fears. And from me facing my fears, that's where Compton Mania was born. Boom. Now my mindset is, I don't just want something small. I want the world. My inspiration will light a light for all people. But in order for you to get to that point, you have to be broken. You have to be to the point where you're hard pressed on every side, but you're not crushed. You're struck down, but not destroyed, because you already at the bottom. You ain't got no other choice but to rise. So that's why I got the fire inside of me. It's even more than that. But today it's about chasing your fear. Meet fear at the door. Fear is your opportunity, and fear is going to kick your ass. It's going to debilitate you, but don't let it get a residual ass whooping from you. Because every time it comes, you want to meet it first. Because I'm telling you, that's the thing that's going to carry you and propel you to the next level. Take on all fades. The first video I did was love. The second video was focus and fade. Now you almost got to be a bully when it comes to your dreams. Don't wait till it come to you. You attack it aggressively. If you going in for an audition and they say no to you, fuck it. Create your own commercial. If it comes to a point where you want to be a rapper and they won't let you in the door, be 100% independent. We have people that showed you that it can be done. Nipsey showed us it can be done. Kobe showed us that it could be done on the court. People saying he wasn't the quickest, he wasn't the fastest, whatever. He's a carbon copy Michael Jordan, 5 rings. I'm gonna tell you something. That dog, that fight, that passion, that fire, it comes from you getting your ass whooped. It comes from dark places. So now when I look at situations and when my anxiety flare up, I still get my anxious. And then when I get that anxious, I'm like, fuck that. We finna meet this with force. I'm going to take it out step by step. I'm going to pick it apart. I'm going to look at where it's weak at. I'm coming for it. A person without a plan is bound to fail. Plan. Do not give up. Plan. Execute. Fuck it up. Anyway, so I'm out of here. This is like the longest video yet, but I know you guys will love it. This is for you. So remember, take on all fades. But this video right here is specifically about those broken times. It's hump day. We're going to get over the hump. Fade, fight it. Don't ever give up. Out of here. It's show time. Now welcome to the show.